My name's Steve McCall. I'm the writer of The Skeleton Tree, which my brother Michael directed. The Skeleton Tree is a story about a little girl and her experience on the day after her mother's funeral, and what happens when members of her family come to the house to start sorting out mother's possessions. There was the drive to actually make something with my brother, and something that was economic, something that could be made with a small crew, a small cast, and also, I guess, something that was a bit intimate in a domestic sense, and to kind of borrow a bit from our own family, but also, you find inspiration so many different ways: newspaper articles, magazines, stories that you hear from friends. So it was an amalgam of all of this. In regards to that point of view, is to consider that already the child is going through so much, but also with limited knowledge, in the same way that the adults may have other experiences purely as a result of being on the planet longer. Trying to find that balance of how much does the child know, how much do the adults know, how much do the adults obfuscate the idea of revealing too much information to the child. I think it's trying to find the tightrope of how much does the child know. I think it went quite well. I think basically when I try to write a script, the idea is to try to communicate the imagery as clearly and as succinctly as possible. That gives the blueprint for whoever it is to use, whether that be the director, cinematographer, sound, and on it goes. But I think there was a drafting process, and we made the script over a number of years. So throughout the drafting, we just tried to make it tighter and tighter and tighter. It's very hard to talk about process. Sometimes a little kernel of an idea might just spark something, and it could be just as simple as a word change in the sentence that makes all the difference. So there's a bit of magic there that's really hard to define. In regards to how it's been received at Rev, it's been received very well at Rev. I'm quite happy with the reactions from audiences. It's great that there's a strong contingent this year in regards to this particular showcase. I'm just happy to be a part of it, because it kind of, when you are within that group, it shows you that there's a lot of interesting creative minds out there that are making things. And I think if we just keep making things, it's the best for all of us as practitioners. In regards to how it can connect with audiences, I think the notion of grief, the notion of being a child, the notion of how much you protect a child from things that they might not understand at this point in time, and as a result of that notion of protection, the potential damage that you could be doing to a child inadvertently, I think everyone can respond to that. I think everyone can relate to that. You often hear, who's your target audience and this sort of thing, but it's a universal story, and I hope it communicates. You put a lot of hard work into something, and then you hand it over to the universe, and you see, the powers that be that choose these things. So if it was up to me, I would put it in a lot of different festivals all over the world. But yeah, of course, we'll put it into festivals. We've done that already, so we're just waiting to hear back. Rev was the first one to respond, and it's kind of nice having that in your hometown as well.
Well, thank you very much for the interview.
No worries.